that today we are going to do the theory part of application gateway. Tomorrow we'll do application gateway practical and then the revision on network part, whatever we have been doing, because tomorrow we are finishing our network segment, right? Today we'll start with load balancer. The result of load balancer. We have seen the theory part of load balancer, practical, how to create everything we have seen. We'll just see the last demo of load balancer, then few things here and there, and then we'll see application gateway. Tomorrow we'll see that practical of application gateway and then revision on all topics. So this is how I'm planning this session, this weekend's session. And then from next session, we will start storage. Okay. So one thing I told you guys that one of the favorite questions which they ask, it's difference between your load balancers, right? Or load balancing. Load balancing is the service and these are the features or these are the types we have. So we have load balancer, we have application gateway, we have traffic manager, we have front door. I told you to mug up this table or have it in front of you however you want at the time of interview. You should be able to talk about this. But the moment you say this is network load balancer and this is web traffic load balancer, this works on layer 4, this works on layer 7, right? This is hash based, this is path based, right? This is global, this is regional, this is only HTTP. This is HTTP and HTTPS. When you start saying this, and what if suddenly interviewer asks, okay, what do you mean by path based, right? Then you will not be able to explain anything. That is the reason I decided that we'll go ahead and check application gateway as well. We are not going ahead and checking traffic manager and front door. This I expect you guys to practice, right? And for layers of OSI layer, I had shared one video, right? I had shared one video with all of you. So I hope you guys have checked that video, you went through that video, because that will help you to understand what is a layer. You know, no one is going to ask you what are the layers, uska order kya hai, what is it, कब invent hua tha, kisne kiya tha. No one is going to ask you. But when you are saying something that it works on layer 4 and layer 7, someone might ask just to check. Okay, what do you mean by layer 4? What do you mean by layer 7? So you should know at least something. It should not be an alien topic for you, right? Similarly, routing, what is hash based, what is path based. So all these things we are going to see today. Okay. So first thing, as I told you, let's start with load balancer. I have already created a load balancer because in last sessions we have seen how to create everything we have seen. So I already did that. So this is my load balancer, guys. Under load balancer, what we have been seeing, first thing we'll have to configure a front end IP. Okay. Front end IP. Can we have only one front end IP in load balancer or can we have multiple front end IPs? Yes, guys. Can we have only one front end IP or can I have multiple in load balancer? Yes, guys. Yes, no.
Only
Did
one
someone
is enough
practice?
for
No, that isn't the
load balancer.
question. See, that you don't decide whether it is enough or not. That application owner decides. We
Okay.
as an engineer or as an architect, we don't decide what is enough, what is not enough. Question is it technically possible? Let application owner decide whether it is enough or not. So my question again is is it possible to have one more front end IP?
Yeah. Yes, we can. We can have multiple front-end IPs
Yes. So
in
this is
load
the
balancer.
very first difference, which is not there in this table, which you will not get by books and reading articles. This you only get when you do the practical. So note down however you are writing, make sure you note down these differences because these differences, which we are going to discuss in today's session and tomorrow's session, these are the actual differences which I have learned with my experience, which I'm sharing here, which you can share in your interview. So in load balancer, yes, you can have multiple front end IPs with public IP. However, in application gateway, you can have only one. Right? Wherever you want to write it down, note it down. However you're doing it, do it, guys. Though I have been doing that in my OneNote, but this has very huge notes, etc. These many lines you'll have to read, and somewhere you'll get it right. But if you want to create your own notes, this is the very first difference you can talk about apart from this table I'm talking about. Okay, so load balancer, yes, we can have multiple uh, IP addresses and multiple public IP addresses In application gateway, you cannot. We'll see when we go to application gateway. But in this case, one is enough. I'm okay with one. Okay. Then backend pools. In backend pools, if my load balancer it's basic, then what is the condition of backend pool? Can someone tell me? If my load balancer SKU is basic, then which machines will I see here? Any specific thing I have to take care while creating a machine if I want those machines to be added to a basic load balancer?
Region.
Is it only for basic? Can standard have cross region? So someone answered region. My question is it only for basic? Can standard have cross region machines? Region is applicable for both of them.
No. Yeah.
Then
Shared link or something is
sorry. Guys, I told you load balancer is one of the hot topics in interview. Now a few of you from your batch they have started giving the interviews, and I have witnessed in every interview in every company they have asked about load balancers. If you're not reading, if you're not practicing load balancer, then it will be very difficult, guys. Trust me on this, right? So the difference here is when I take basic, I can add only those machines which are a part of which are a part of some availability set. If you guys remember, I had given you one link, and I think we have added here as well when it comes to difference or somewhere that you can add only those machines which are a part of availability set. If you want to add all the machines or every machine, right? Look at this. Load balancer works only with no, not here. Do you remember I gave you one link of differences? While creating the load balancer, we get a link, and there it was written that only the machines which are part of virtual machine scale, only the machines which are part of virtual machine scale set or availability set, only those can be added to a basic load balancer. I hope you understand when I say basic balancer, what do you mean by basic load balancer? When you start creating a load balancer here, so the SKU which you select here, basic, which is retiring soon, right, in standard. So if you select basic, what will happen? You will be able to only add those machines which are a part of either availability set or virtual machine scale set. You cannot add individual machines which are created independently. Imran, I think you asked the difference also. You asked me to explain what do you mean by independent machine in last session. Right, and then I did explain what do I mean by independent machine. Independent machine से मेरा मतलब था that I created one machine today, second tomorrow, third machine after a week, and now in total I have 10 machines, but they are neither a part of availability zone, availability set, or a virtual machine scale set. They are not part of that, right? So those machines cannot be added to a backend of a basic load balancer. For that, you required a standard load balancer. Is this clear, guys, now?
yes.
Okay. Can I change my SKU of load balancer? I created basic. Now I realize that basic load balancer, I cannot add my actual machines, the basic machines, or as in
Upgrade only.
individual machines.
You can, yeah, you can upgrade, not
Yes,
downgrade.
we can upgrade it, but we cannot downgrade it. Good. Okay, so this is backend. In backend, we add those machines. Okay, one more difference here. When I go and click, if I give any name, let's say this is backend pool 2, what all can I add here? What all resources do I see? This is the existing backend, okay? Existing backend pool I have created. But even if I want to add something, what all resources do I see here, guys? क्या क्या दिख रहा है यहाँ पर? Even if I select IP address, So it only gives me the option to add IP or NIC. Can I add a web app here? And at the back end, load balancer के पीछे web app रख सकता हूँ क्या मैं? Web application. Can I keep a web application behind a load balancer? No, I cannot. Right? यहाँ पर we can keep only virtual machines और another load balancer. या तो virtual machine रख सकते हैं हम यहाँ पर, या किसी और load balancer का IP address हम दे सकते हैं. But in application gateway, in backend pool, you can have your you can have your load balancer, you can have virtual machines, you can have web app as well. Got it? So here we can have only virtual machines. Now these can be individual, availability zone, availability set, or virtual machine scale set. Ultimately, those are virtual machines. We cannot have a web app. What is a web app? यहाँ पर अगर आप जाते हो, वेब ऐप एक सर्विस है जिसमें आप अपनी डायरेक्टली वेबसाइट को होस्ट कर सकते हो. सो आई एम होस्टिंग माय वेबसाइट हियर ऑन अ वेब ऐप, and now I want to put a load balancer in front of a web app. So that is not possible. Web app you can see only with application gateway. So that is a second difference. Apart from these boxes, apart from this table, what are the differences which you get to see while practicing? That is what we are discussing here, guys. Okay. Now my question here is, someone said that I cannot have a cross region machines, right? If my machines, they are in East US, and my this one is also in East US. My load balancer is also in East US. Right? Then I will see these machines. But what if my load balancer is in East US and my machines are in West US? First thing, let me ask you one question. Let me write down the scenario for you. I'll make it easy. My load balancer, it is in East US. Two machines, East US. Load balancer is in East US, VNet 1. Two machines, East US, VNet 1. Ignore the spelling mistakes, guys. Okay? Two machines, East US, VNet 2. Two machines, East US 2, VNet 3. Now tell me, which machines can I add to this load balancer?
First two, Vinet 1 and Vinet 2.
Okay. Now what if I tell you my business requirement is I want you to add these two machines as well. Two machines in which are there in East US but VNet 2. When I click here, will I be able to see those machines, guys? If I say this is my load balancer, backend pool 2, and I'm saying please add those machines which are there in East US 2. Will I be able to see those machines here?
No.
No. So do you think there is any way where you can add something?
Yes.
What is that? No, what do you mean by yes? Will you be able to see the machines or not?
No, we cannot see.
We
We
cannot. Look at this.
uh,
I'll show you how many total machines I have in this one, and why are you able to see only those two machines. So if I go ahead and click on virtual machine, look at this. Actually, my load balancer is in East US 2, and these machines are in East US. So am I able to see those machines which are there in East US? Let me make it practical. My load balancer is in East US 2. I'm saying I have two machines in East US 2, two in East US, and then here I would say West US. So now, which machines am I able to see here? These two machines, these are in East US 2. Got it, guys?
yeah.
I'm saying I have
Yes.
two more machines which are in East US, and I want you to add that. These two machines I'm talking about. These two machines. But I'm not able to see them. So anyone can guess, or whatever we have been doing in past, especially in network segment, considering those services, what can be the workaround for this? Who can tell me? I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it. It is possible, by the way.
by using VPN.
Hmm. Answer is incorrect, but can you explain your rationale? How would you use VPN here? VPN between what and what? किसके बीच में VPN use कर रहे हो आप? Are you saying कि आप उस VNet के बीच में जहां पर आपका लोड बैलेंसर है एंड वो VNet जहां पे आपके मशीन है उनके बीच में आप VPN कनेक्ट कर दोगे? Is that what you're saying? And then you will be able to see the machines? Is that your thought process, Imran?
Not between VNet,
Then
but on region level, we can deploy a VPN and we can create a connectivity between two regions.
no, regions में VPN कभी नहीं होता. What do
Not,
you mean by
I'm
two
not
regions?
correct,
Hmm.
but I guess there is something that we can deploy to connect between two VMs, between two VMs,
Okay, so
different
someone
region.
says with the help of VNet pairing you can achieve this. That is partially correct. But what do you think if we do the VNet pairing, will I be able to see those machines here? Just because when I do the VNet pairing, will I be able to see those machines here? Okay, let me explain. Yes, VNet pairing, it's a correct answer. Imran bhai, VPN would have been a correct answer. आप उसको explain कर पाते तो सही. इंटरव्यू में the moment you give
हम्म.
up, interviewer आपके साथ यही करेगा कि ठीक है, you don't know then
अच्छा.
maybe, right? So yes, VPN could have been better answer, correct answer, but the better way is VNet pairing. What you can do here is do the VNet pairing between your this VNet, VNet 1 and VNet 2. VNet 1 और VNet 1 इसके बीच में तो कोई VNet pairing वगैरह की जरूरत नहीं है, right? You can directly see this one, these two machines, nothing is needed. So you do the VNet pairing between your VNet 1 and then VNet 2, which is in East US. What kind of VNet pairing it is? Yes, guys. Both virtual networks are in East US too, or East US, wherever. If it is in East US too, what kind of global pairing it is?
Local.
It
Global,
is
it is
local.
global pairing.
It is
Is
as of now.
local?
This is my mistake. It is local, right? And
Yeah,
this
it is
will
local.
be global. So you can do this pairing. But just because you do the pairing, will you be able to see the machines here?
No, we have
Then how
to
will you add?
deploy.
Deploy what?
We have to make the configurations.
What configuration? Where? Look at the screen,
Okay,
guys, properly. You have your answer on the screen itself. I want you to create a backend pool and where I want you to add two machines from some different VNet. You have already done the VNet pairing, so now your sure connectivity is there. Now you just want your backend pool to know कि वो machines कहाँ पर है या कौन सी है. So how can you do it?
If we go to this location
back
East
and
US to add filter, and then we can do some configuration over there.
No, no. What do you mean by
How
I
do
go to
we-
East US to? Why would I go there and what configuration will I do? And I told you your answer is straight away here. You don't have to go anywhere.
add back and
We already clicked on add backend, but I'm not able to see the machines. My question is, how do I add those machines? I clicked here, fine.
Hmm,
I clicked here, but I'm
uh,
not able to see those machines here.
okay.
मैंने
So can you please check that box show resources that are not available for selection, or if you go
here,
there,
here, no, still, but still not. I
um,
clicked it,
still
fine.
not. Yeah.
You made sure that VNet pairing is there. You pinged each other's IP, etc. वो सब हो गया है. Now you're sure connectivity is there. अब बस इसको declare करना है यहाँ पर. How
Yeah.
would you do that? Yes, it's. Couldn't anyone say this IP address? Is this the only option we have, guys? Why couldn't you simply see IP address here? Is this the only option we have? सिर्फ निक वाला ही option है क्या अपने पास? Can't you see IP address?
Yes.
Click on IP address,
Yes, yes.
right? Type the IP address, whatever IP address is there of the machine. Done. And now, because you have done the pairing, the load balancer will be able to speak to these IPs. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes. What about others, guys? Is it clear to everyone? Tessin, is it clear? Prabhat?
Yes, sir.
You simply had to select IP and then give the IP address there. If you select NIC, then you will be able to see only those machines which are there in your virtual network. Otherwise, you will not be able to see. Okay. Now, health probe, we have already discussed that, but I'll quickly just recap it. If we add here, we'll give any name. I won't be able to create it because we already have that. We already have created one, right? We have already created that. So we'll give the name. Name could be here. This is, let's say, our HTTP traffic, or I would say this is our website traffic. So I'll give name website. It's HTTP, right? Website कहाँ पर चलता है? कौन से पोर्ट पे? By default, it is 80, right? What is this path? That more than a port, क्या उस सर्वर पे वो 80 पोर्ट चालू है या नहीं, उससे एक स्टेप और आगे जाकर आपको चेक करना है. सो यू कैन गिव पाथ एज वेल. दैट whenever you have hold a website or host a website, उसमें पेजेस होते हैं, ठीक है? सो यू वांट कि आपका ये जो है हेल्थ प्रोब ये पेज को भी चेक कर ले एक बार कि पेज अप है या नहीं है, एप्लीकेशन भी अप है या नहीं है. सो यू कैन टाइप द पेज नंबर हियर, बट इफ यू डोंट वांट टू डू दैट, सिंपली you can keep it TCP. Then this is the port number. Then this is the interval. In every 5 seconds, your load balancer is going to check these two machines. कौन से machines? अभी हम उसको add करेंगे, ठीक है? But as of now, I'm saying every 5 seconds, 15 seconds here, or you can mm, put any number between 5 to this much. Okay. So in every 5 seconds, you should check port 80. किस पे चेक करना है ये तो हमने नहीं बताया अब तक, ठीक है? We haven't declared that yet. यहाँ पर हमने क्या किया है? पहले we created one front end IP. Fine, this is going to be my front end IP. Then I created backend pool. Backend में ठीक है ये दोनों machines है backend pool में, but still this front end IP doesn't know backend में क्या है. Backend pool doesn't know what is a front end IP. ये दोनों का कोई correlation नहीं है अब तक. I can create multiple backend pools as well. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं एक ही backend pool बना सकता हूँ. I can have multiple backend pools. ठीक है? I can create another backend pool also. Next is health probe. Now I am saying मैंने एक health probe बना दिया. That go ahead and check website. ये मैं अपने website के लिए बना रहा हूँ, let's say. So I would name it website. That go ahead and check this port in every 15 seconds and port 80, right? I've created that. But still, now front end IP doesn't know about backend pool doesn't know about health probe. इनको इनके बारे में कुछ नहीं पता है, ठीक है? But here the load balancer rules. This is the place I introduce them to each other. So I click on add. I give it a name, website. I select IP version 4. Front end IP. किस front end IP पे बनाना है मुझको? So as of now we have only one. If you had multiple, यहाँ पर आपको options दिखते हैं. In load balancer you can have multiple. ठीक है? Okay. इस public IP के साथ कौन सा backend pool आपको add करना है? In this case we have only one. But if I had multiple, I could have selected. ठीक है? Protocol TCP. Fine. Port कौन सा है? 80. I want the incoming traffic to be also on 80. जो भी ब्राउजर से ट्रैफिक आता है वो बाय डिफॉल्ट 80 पे ही रहता है. बैकएंड ट्रैफिक, बैकएंड पोर्ट 80. दिस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, हेंस आई एम गोइंग क्विकली. हेल्थ प्रोब. किस हेल्थ प्रोब को फॉलो करना है इसको, राइट? ये लोड बैलेंसर का रूल बन रहा है. हियर यू विल कनेक्ट ऑल दोस थिंग्स. यहाँ पे अपने फ्रंट एंड ये कर लिया, बैक एंड. अब कौन सा हेल्थ प्रोब आपको इस पे ये करना है? सो द हेल्थ प्रोब इज वेबसाइट वाला, ये जो हमने बनाया था. एंड दैट्स ऑल यू हैव टू डू. एंड जस्ट क्लिक ऑन सेव. These options, idle timeout, very basic, कि कितने देर कनेक्शन आइडल होगा तो टाइम आउट हो जाना चाहिए. सेशन परसिस्टेंस, ये बहुत बेसिक चीज है. व्हाट इज इट? क्लाइंट आईपी एंड क्लाइंट आईपी एंड प्रोटोकॉल. इफ आई कीप इट नन, देन आप अपने लैपटॉप से एक बार इसको कनेक्ट हो जाओ, राइट. बैकएंड में आप एक सर्वर से, लेट्स से सर्वर ए से कनेक्ट हो गए. बैकएंड में इफ आई हैव टू सर्वर्स इन दिस बैकएंड pool, if I have two servers, server A and B. So first time when you connect using load balancers public IP, but backend में आप connect हुए हो server A से. So this load balancer will remember that okay, this traffic is coming from Imran's laptop, public IP XYZ, and it got connected to server A. So if I select this, next time it will try to send you to server A. As far as server A is working, server A is up and running. तो वो ट्राई करेगा कि आपका कनेक्शन उसी से करवा दे. ठीक है. It doesn't matter, it doesn't make change any functionality. But if you keep it none, then no matter from where you access the website, you can go to server A, server B, कहीं पर भी जा सकते हो आप लोग. Got it, guys? Is that clear till here?
Yes.
So all these rules I have already created. I created one rule for traffic, website traffic. One I have created for RDP. I use the same front end IP, same backend pool. ठीक है, because उसी दो सर्वर पे मुझको सब कुछ ट्राई करना है. बट द पोर्ट दिस टाइम विल बी 3389. व्हाई? RDP 3389. एंड हेल्थ प्रोब, अगर मुझको एक लोड बैलेंसर बनाना है RDP के लिए, आई हैव 10 सर्वर्स एंड आई हैव गिवन यू गाइस वन पब्लिक आईपी एंड आई टोल्ड यू कि इस पे कभी भी जाकर आप लोग जो है लॉगिन किया करो, राइट. सो मैं अपने हेल्थ प्रोब को क्या बोलूंगा कि क्या चेक करे? वेबसाइट चेक करना है उसको उस सर्वर पे, या RDP चेक करना है? If the purpose of the
RDP.
load balancer is RDP, then it has to be RDP. इसलिए यहाँ पर health probe कौन सा होगा? RDP वाला. So if you go here, health probe, जहाँ पर I had created one uh, rule, one health probe, same similar उसी तरह से, बस नाम मैंने RDP दे दिया है. But there I asked the health probe to check 80. Here I asked to check 3389. So even if server is up or 3389 port down होगा, तो this load balancer will consider that server as a down server. मतलब उस पर कोई ट्रैफिक नहीं भेजेगा वो, राइट. एंड अगेन आई गो टू लोड बैलेंसिंग रूल. यहाँ पर आकर मैं फिर से ये बना देता हूँ दैट फ्रंट एंड आईपी दिस. आई कुड हैव सेलेक्टेड अनदर वन इफ आई हैड वन. लोड बैलेंसर सेम, पोर्ट 3389. This information is again same. So now guys, if you go ahead and access this one, few of you can check RDP, few of you can check just in the browser, and just type in your message that what do you see when you take RDP, to which machine do you connect. Though you don't have the user ID and password, but at least you get the login window, check that. And if you access website, what do you see? I will do the RDP. If you want, you guys just check the website. Now look at this. This is my load balancer's public IP. Okay, now I'm taking remote to this machine. And if I don't know on which machine I will be going. I have two machines. One is UT-Kloud, one is T-Soft. Now look at this. I'm going to UT-Kloud here. So this is how the load balancer works. If I shut down one machine, इसको मैं shut down कर दूंगा तो next connection automatically T-Soft पे जाएगा. Even if I don't shut down, 4-5 request इस पे आ जाती है, then it will automatically send it to T-Soft. Got it, guys? Now if I access this website, same. Can you guys start putting the message? What website do you see?
It's showing T-Soft VM.
Okay,
True
anyone
website.
who's saying
VM2.
anyone
VM2.
else, guys? What about others? Even I got VM2. What about others?
I also got VM2.
Anyone who got VM1? Yes, guys. Anyone got VM1? Okay. So now let me go ahead and shut down VM1 and see. So shut down VM2 and let's see what happens. Will you automatically go to? Guys, one more thing. Okay, this just for your understanding purpose and to verify or justify that our practical is working. Hence, I have different websites on VM1 on VM2. Actual environment में क्या होगा? Obviously, you will have one single website, right? One single website. अदरवाइज दो अलग अलग ही करना है तो फिर आपको लोड बैलेंसर वगैरह चाहिए ही क्यों? यू वांट टू होस्ट single website on multiple servers, right? So you will see only one website over there. Here we want to verify कि हमारा जा रहा है या नहीं जा रहा है. Hence we are doing this different with different website. Okay, I think almost everyone has got VM2. Now look at this, guys. I am not going to shut down. I'm not going to shut down the server. मैं सिर्फ यहाँ पर आके वेबसाइट को बंद करता हूँ. ठीक है, सर्वर अप है. Your server is still up. I'll simply just come here and I will stop your website. I'm not going to shut down the server. I'm not going to do anything. I'll simply just stop the website. ठीक है, now server is up. इसका RDP चल सकता है. Now whenever you take RDP, RDP is not down in this one. Okay, only port 80 is down. I have stopped the service. Let's say how much time it takes. Now can you guys please refresh the page, or let's just open a new browser and try accessing the same website. The same website, same this one.
Still, I am able to connect Psoft VM2. Can I
No, did you
refresh
use a
now?
different, did you use
Different browser. No,
different?
different page, not browser.
No, don't take the different page. It
Not
still
able to access.
not able to access, right? So maybe see, look at this. Maybe server one had some issue or whatever was it. It wasn't uh, sending our traffic to server one, right? So let's check server one. It is up and running. It's fine. Let's see if I
Yes,
directly
it's
access server
taking you
one.
on VM2, Sohail bhai. VM1.
Is it going to VM1, guys, now? Others, can you please check? And now if I take the remote of this machine, what do you think? Are both machines working for me, or one of them is down for me in terms of RDP? Look at this, guys. It went to VM1. Now I'm using load balancer's public IP. This is not the direct public IP. It is load balancer's public IP, and I can access VM1. Why? Because my VM2 is down. Guys, only 30 seconds are left in this session. Let's rejoin the session without taking any break. Right. Meanwhile, you guys can copy the IP address and try accessing this on website. Let's see if you guys are getting VM1. We'll rejoin the session meanwhile.